Hey, what's up everybody? It's Julius DeBerry with Majestic Studios, and today got a quick video for you guys. Something kind of cool. I decided to sell my MODX7, the Yamaha one, and I just bought it to do some videos, but I never really got around to it. And with the announcement of the new one, I decided to get ahead of everybody and go ahead and sell mine, or with the leak about the new one. Shh, it hasn't been announced yet, but there's a new one coming, and it's coming soon. I decided to go ahead and sell mine. And so because I'm selling it, I gotta pack it up, I gotta ship it, I decided that I would do a video and show you guys how I pack a keyboard and some of the steps that I go through. I've been doing this for years. Most of the time I actually send my boards off to a professional packing company. But I am packing this one, and I've done this several times. So I just wanted to show you guys how I go about packing a keyboard to make sure it arrives safely to the person that bought it for me. So I hope you guys enjoy this kind of step-by-step process. It's going to be a sped up thing. Thank my wife for helping me out with this, getting this video done. So hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so when you pack a keyboard, there are a few items that you're gonna need to make sure you have. First of all, you need to make sure you have the keyboard that you're packing, of course. You also need to have a box that will fit the dimensions of the keyboard. So what I usually do is I go online and I type the keyboard's name and dimensions in the search engine. And when the dimensions come up, I just round all dimensions up to the nearest inch. And then I may add like 3 to 4 inches to each side to account for the packing to make sure the keyboard arrives safely. So the items that you're gonna need, again, are the keyboard itself. You're gonna need a box that is big enough and strong enough to survive shipping. If you can get a double box, those are the best, but those aren't available all the time for a good price. So sometimes you just have to get a good box and make sure you pack it really well. You're also gonna need tape. Get the strongest kind of tape that you can find. You can usually get this at Walmart, but don't get like gaff tape or anything like that, but the clear tape, clear packing tape. And then if you get a roller, like the things you see at UPS and FedEx, that makes it a lot easier. You're also gonna need a blade, like a box cutter, in case you have to modify your box, and we are gonna have to modify this box today, so I'm gonna show you guys that. You're gonna need plenty of bubble wrap and cushioning. And there are also pieces of boxes that you can break or tear off of other boxes to use to cover things like the screen and any knobs or jog wheels or things like that that are on your keyboard that may need protected. All right, so when I said about using cardboard to protect the knobs and the screen, a lot of these newer keyboards have these large touchscreen not TVs, but touch screens, and some of them aren't even touch screens, but you want to make sure that you protect that. So you can take pieces of cardboard like this from another box, like a trash box or something like that you're not going to use. And you can just lay this on top of the keyboard like that, and it'll protect the modulation wheels, any knobs, faders, knobs, screen. You lay this stuff across the top of the keyboard. It protects the keys. It also performs it also can serve as a cushion over the keys. These two pieces here will take care of this. So you just lay it flat across the top of the keyboard like that. Then you're going to take some of the tape that I've just told you about, but you just take a piece of the tape. What you're going to do is you're going to get a long enough piece to go across the keyboard. So you're basically taping the cardboard to the keyboard. Now, I promise, as I go through this, it's gonna look pretty janky, but I promise you, it works. Especially if you can go ahead and press the keys down, then they can't move. If you can get this tape tight enough, yep, stay tight. But if you can get the tape pulled down enough or to go ahead and push the keys down, then the keys don't get to move at all. So you see how that's on there? Once we get this wrapped in the bubble wrap, that's not gonna move at all. So I'll get another piece, and I'll do it on this side, the exact same way. Tape it to the back of the board. Make sure it's on there, and then you pull it as tight as you can get it, all the way to the front. And look how it lays those keys down. Stops the keys from moving, and that's how you know that that cardboard is stuck in place. Okay? You can use as many layers of this cardboard like this as you like. You can do it on the front of the keyboard, the top of the keyboard. You can also do it on the bottom if you want to try to protect the bottom. I usually just do the top just to protect the top end, the top part of the keyboard. So I probably should have used, see, this is what happens if you cut a piece of tape too short. When you put it on there, it pops right off. So that tape needs to be long enough to go from the back all the way to the front. So I'm gonna have to cut another piece of tape to help reinforce this right side. So I'm just gonna get another piece. Get that there. Just go all the way. It can be as long. There's no too long of a piece. There definitely can be too short of a piece. But I'm just gonna go all the way as far as you can with the tape across the bottom of the keyboard. Something will have to hit this pretty hard to get through here and damage that screen or hit these knobs. But see, I have another piece. You can put that on there too. Like I said, you can use as much of it as you want. But just know that the more cardboard you use, the thicker it's gonna be, which is not really a bad thing. But it also adds weight to your package. Another thing that the Google search will tell you when you look at the dimensions is the weight of the keyboard. And I normally just take the weight of the keyboard, and sometimes I add 5 or 10 pounds to it to include the packaging material that you're gonna use and the box. If your package weighs more than you rate it as when you pay for your shipping, they will rebill your card for the amount that you pay for, the correct amount for shipping, and that is real. I think they don't actually bill it until it leaves or until the shipping is concluded, at least when you use online services like Reverb and eBay. So just be sure that you try to get as close to the actual weight and dimensions of your package as possible. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more cushioning to this top. This is one of the most important parts of what we're doing right now. Try to get this tape on here well. So now, as thick as this is, to this top area of the keyboard with this thick piece of cardboard on here. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you can either wrap long ways across the bubble wrap, or you can wrap short ways across the bubble wrap. I've done both. It uses a lot of bubble wrap either way it goes, but I think wrapping it the long way, it uses more, and I'm not exactly sure how much I have. So I'm going to do this way to start. Basically, you're just going to take the bubble wrap and wrap it like that. This doesn't require a big piece of tape. Just going to tape it down like that. And then you're just going to roll it until the entire keyboard, or until you run out of bubble wrap. Alright, when you get to the very last piece, just to keep things neat and tidy, put another piece of tape here. Just to make sure it stays in place. Okay, now we're going to do the same exact thing for this left side. So if you get wider bubble wrap, You don't have to make as many trips doing this. So as you see, the keyboard is getting pretty snug in here. Alright, so we have to do this one more time. Let me turn the camera off now. Alright, so as you see, the entire keyboard is completely wrapped. I would say this is about 4 inches of bubble wrap, roughly, on the entire length of the keyboard. Alright, so now I have another piece of a box. Just gonna lay this on there to keep that nice and flat and tidy. Okay. I'm just gonna tape that to it. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. But they make it safe and sound. So we wrap that around on that side. I'm going to wrap this around on this side. And the prayer and the hope is that when we get ready to drop this in the box, that it fits. Remember, that's why I said you need a couple of inches of thickness. Not thickness, a couple of inches of space between the dimensions of the keyboard and what the box is rated at. That gives you room for packing material, which is necessary. It's necessary and it's required. Now, a lot of you guys may be thinking, man, I'm not gonna go through all of this. You will be shocked. Sorry, you'll be shocked to know how much money you save by packing this yourself, buying your own packing supplies. UPS and FedEx, they are not playing. They will bust your head. So unless you're gonna charge enough money in your shipping price when you're selling your keyboards to cover that expense, this is something that you might find yourself doing. And adding higher shipping costs translates to extra costs for the customer, which means they could go somewhere else with cheaper shipping costs. People don't always calculate shipping costs to good packaging or even decent packaging. They just like, dang, they charging a lot for shipping. So look at this. This is, I think this is packed well. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think this is packed well or if this is janky. Now I know it looks janky, but tell me, do you think it's gonna make it to its location safely? We got cardboard on top of the keyboard. We got 3 to 4 inches of bubble wrap, and then we have the keyboard is enclosed in cardboard like this. All right. And this is the front of the keyboard. The keys are right here. Can't even get to them. Keys are right here. So this is the top of the keyboard where the screen is. The keys are here. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some pieces of cushion. We're gonna drop it in the bottom of the box. So it'll be at this side or this side. Okay. We're gonna drop some. If you got bubble wrap like this stuff is good for that. You could almost split this in half. Like that. Drop this down at the bottom of the box so the keyboard will actually be resting on this. Okay. You can use another couple of pieces if you want. So we got so much extra room. See inside of this box, we got so much extra room from how I told you guys as far as the length of the box. We got a couple of inches that we could put some of this down here in the bottom. Just gonna drop it in there like that. Shake it down. See how that sits? I don't know if you can see that. Can I see that? Kinda. All right. Put some more in there. Drop it in there. Just provide a little cushion at the bottom of the box. Like that. So now the keyboard will have something to catch impact on that side. All right. Okay. You got some more junk pieces like this. Just throw them down there. You don't want to put too much in there. I think I'm gonna stop there for now. Okay.
You need to lay it down and slide it in.
Okay, so unless you got two people, if you have somebody helping you, this part is much easier. If you have somebody helping you, we're just gonna take the keyboard and make sure you pay attention when you slide it in as to which side is the top and which side is the bottom. Now look at this. We were planning to cut this box, but because I have so much cushion at the bottom, I'm not gonna have any space. So I'm gonna stand this up just to see. And the keyboard, look at this. Look how it fits in there. And it's sitting on that cushion. So I'm gonna have to take some of the cushion out and redo this step, okay? So just you guys keep that in mind. That part of the keyboard is exposed. But you see how easy that comes out without coming unraveled? All right, I know I told you guys that we were gonna cut the box to try to get the dimensions of the box down to save us a little bit on shipping, but we were not able to because in order to have this package safely and enough cushioning on the bottom and the top, we're gonna need this extra. So we went ahead and put in 56 inches for the box, 20 inch for the width, and 8 inches for the height. And we added about 13 pounds for the box and the cushioning, which is way overestimated, but there wasn't a price difference between 25 pounds and 30 pounds. So I just went ahead and put in for 30 pounds. So we're just gonna add a little bit more cushioning to the top of this. But before I do that, I'm going to pour peanuts down both sides. So we're gonna drop peanuts in here. We're gonna drop them all throughout on the sides. In. So they fall all throughout the box. You don't want them just at the top. You want them to get down in there. All down the sides. Push them in. Take them in. More. I think my wife is having fun getting these peanuts falling in this box. It's about the most interesting she's looked the whole night. But it's after midnight, and she got out to bed to help me pack this. So I think she deserves to look frustrated a little bit. I wish I knew how much of this these peanuts got all through here. I don't think it's really dispersed throughout the box. Might be smart to open the other side of the box and pour some peanuts on that side. I think that's gonna be a better option. So now that we got all these peanuts here, we're just gonna throw some more bubble wrap on top. On this side, some more little leftover pieces that we have. We're going to close this baby up on this side. Alright. Now we're going to use a little bit of tape. Close it up. Push it. To be honest, let me show you something very important. You know how many times I've gotten to the end of a packing job and realized that I left the power supply out of the box? This is very important. Do not forget the power supply. Okay? Do not forget the power supply. You want to wrap it well. Now this ain't completely necessary, so we're just putting the put this I know I asked y'all this already. If you didn't comment last time, comment this time. You think this Joker's gonna get there safe? MODX. You gotta be a little more careful with these step down boards. They don't they're made of more plastic than the flagship. Like if this is a montage, it'll be significantly heavier. It's a keyboard and packing. Rated at 30 pounds. Let's put some on this side. Closing this up. If you enjoyed this video, Please don't forget to hit the like, y'all see that? Ran out of tape. Push. So I decided to take that bubble wrap that we had on the very outside edges of the keyboard in the box and replace it with some thick styrofoam like this. Sometimes you can have situations where the box takes impact on the edges and could be significant enough to pop the bubble wrap, which would then make it useless. So if you put this foam in there, I mean, it makes the edges, the outside edges of the keyboard in the box a lot more firm and sturdy. So you don't have to worry about that. So I have replaced those end bubble wrap pieces with these large thick pieces of styrofoam. All right, so that's how I pack a keyboard. I hope you got something from it, some information that you can benefit from and helps you if you decide to sell a keyboard and you need to ship it online safely, and you save yourself a few dollars by DIY. Yeah, DIY keyboard packing. That's what I'm gonna call this video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time a new video pops up. We're enjoying getting this content out for you, and we hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Until next time, Majestic Studios, we out.